Hi, I have been trying to make a pie crust all morning because I told you this week I was going to make a key lime pecan praline key lime pie. Well, my CVS where I shop for stuff like this, didn't have any more pecans. I had a lot of walnuts in my refrigerator, and it calls for caramel. And I couldn't find any caramel. So I'm going to invent my own key lime pie. Um, it's going to have walnuts and maple syrup and raw honey in it instead of the pecans and caramel. Um, this is the pie crust I just made. Can you see that? Do you see that? I just made this. I've never made this before in my life. Wait a minute. There. Graham crackers. It called for graham cracker crust, 2 cups of that, a fourth a cup of light brown sugar, a half a cup of butter melted. I put a little bit more in it, and you toast the walnuts, nay pecans, and for about 8 minutes, you use a half a cup of that. Put that into the crust. I'm going to bake it at 350 degrees, and then bring it out. Um, this is hard. Cakes are easier than pies. I hope the crust works. I don't know if any of this is going to work. But I started thinking about Key West. The only time I've been to Key West, as I was making this crust. Oh, first, this is how I made the crumbs. Because I couldn't find any graham cracker crumbs pre-prepared. I bought some graham crackers. I put them each package. I put them on this. Then I wrapped it in saran wrap, and then I took my hammer and I beat it to crumbs. Then I emptied it into here. So that was an invention also. But Key West, I've only been there once, and that was to do a story back in the late 80s, I think it was, maybe 1990s, it was probably about 1989 maybe, on the Phoenix family. River had just sort of begun to happen. He was a teenager, he was so young, and 2 of his siblings were in a movie down there, making a movie down there. I'm trying to remember. Joaquin was not named Joaquin at that point. He could have been named Leaf. Leaf? Does that make sense? Leaf? He was a little chubby guy, so shy. But River was not in the film. But the whole family was there. I met the whole family. I was very taken by them. There's a picture I have of River and my T-shirt. I gave him the shirt on my back. We switched shirts. He even has a, I think, wait. Some friends were over the other night and they went to look in this book, and they found this photo. Let me see. I think it was here. I could be wrong. I hope it's here. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. I was wearing a fedora, and he loved my fedora, so I gave him my fedora. And this is a beautiful photo. I'm gonna cry here. Woo, of River holding a fedora that I gave him. So I'm baking this pie today in memory of River Phoenix for that wonderful time I had down in Key West with them. I think Carole King played their mother in it. Carole King was in the film. And she kept trying to horn in on the interview, like when we were having lunch and stuff. And I was sort of nasty to her in the story, I think. She was so needy. But you know what? We're all needy. River was needy. He was too needy. I identified with him so much. And by the grace of God, I'm not dead from what killed him. So when I was baking this key lime pie this morning, I had no idea I would be talking about any of this. I had beautiful photos of his brothers and sisters. There was that low tide, and they were in Key West. It looked like they were walking on water. I had that photo forever. Once I was doing a story on, oh God, what is that actress's name? Liv Tyler. And they were dating at that point, Joaquin and Liv. And he called and we talked about her a little bit, but mostly we talked about that weekend, that time I was in Key West with his family, that he remembered. And I asked him if he wanted the photo. I'd had it for years. And he said yes. And I gave him that photo. I'm sort of haunted by that time there. This is a walnut, honey, maple syrup, key lime pie for the Phoenix family. And I'll be back later with the rest of it. I hope it turns out. If it doesn't, I'll forgive myself. I wish Phoenix River could find a way to forgive himself. This is forever.